All right, a very sad story that came in from Damascus, Syria. Horrifying suicide bombing that took place at a church in Syria, claiming multiple lives, leaving dozens injured. The attack has taken place during a Sunday mass at a Greek Orthodox church, marking the first successful suicide bombing in the city, it appears, for those terrorists. In fact, according to Syria's interior ministry, the attacker was a member of the Islamic State who opened fire before detonating his explosive vest. Officials say 2 men were involved in the deadly plot. The bombing comes despite repeated assurances from the new Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa to protect religious minorities during the transitional phase. The Greek government has condemned the strike as abhorrent, while security analysts warn this attack highlights the Islamic State's lingering threat and ability to exploit security gaps even after losing territorial control.
Several people were killed and dozens injured when a suicide bomber blew himself up at a Greek Orthodox church in Syria's capital Damascus on Sunday. That's according to local health authorities and security sources. Syria's interior ministry said the suicide bomber was a member of Islamic State. He entered the Mar Elias Church, opened fire, and detonated his explosive vest. A security source said 2 men were involved in the attack, including the one who blew himself up. The priest said he heard gunfire outside the church before 2 people entered with explosive belts and detonated them during Sunday Mass. It was the first suicide bombing in Damascus since former President Bashar al-Assad was toppled by an Islamist-led rebel insurgency in December. Islamic State has been behind several attempted attacks on churches in Syria since Assad's fall, but this was the first to succeed, according to another security source. Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa, who led the offensive against Assad before taking over in January for a transitional phase, has repeatedly said he will protect minorities. In a statement, the Greek Foreign Ministry condemned what it called an abhorrent attack. The latest assault underscores Islamic State's continued ability to exploit security gaps despite the collapse of its territorial control and years of counterterrorism efforts.